Hello everyone, welcome to my channel once again. My name is Bilikis. Today's tutorial will be on how to make a triangle handkerchief top, and it's so nice. You can rock it for vacation. It will be good for the beach. So I'll just make use of this fabric. Then an essential measurement you will need is the measurement from the nape of your neck down to your wrist. Like mine is 32. And then the fabric in which you want to use to mix the other fabric will determine how much length you want it to be. I want it to be about 10 inches. So I will remove that from the 32 inches, which will give me 22. So I will be working with a sleeve length of 22. Take note of that. So right now, let's go back to the work table. Now this is the main fabric. You have to determine how long you want the top to be. Like I will make mine 40 inches. So now this is the width. Can you see the width? Let me mark on the wrong side of the fabric. So this is the width. What I will do now is to measure 40 inches this way, then fold over. So now this is 40 inches, but remember, because of the hemming allowance, I'll just make it 41. So what I'll do now is to fold along the width. So this is what I will have. After doing that, then I will fold over again, then we can start drafting. This is my fabric now on fold. So this is the length of the top itself. You can even extend it. Sewing is all about creativity. So I haven't done that now. Remember I said from the nape of my neck, that is from my center back to my wrist, is 32 inches. But I want the other fabric to be 10 inches. When I take away 10 from 32, I have 22 inches. So what I will do now is to measure 22 plus ½ inch to join it to the sleeve. So this is 22 inches. Can you see that? But before we go further, let us just finish with the neckline. For the neckline, you can decide any type of neckline. You can make it V, you can make it round, whatever you like. So I'll just make the same neck width and depth for both back and front. So for the width, I will make it 5 inches. You can even make it more. That totally depends on you. Then for the depth, I will make it 4 inches or 4.5. Let me just make it 4. So that's 5 by 4. Then I'll take my handhole to finish it up. So this is the neckline. Having finished with that, let's move over to the sleeve area. So looking at the picture you have on the thumbnail, you will see on the remaining sleeve we will add to this. It is slanted. So this head, the folded part, came in more than the other side. So what I will do now is to add 4 inches to it. It will still be removed, but I will show you how to do that. So this is 4 inches, but this is actually where we want it to stop. So now from here, I'll now take the measurement of where I want it to start from. So when I took my measurement around here, I have 12 inches. So half of that is 6 inches. Then plus 1 inch for sewing, for the sewing allowance, that will make it 7. So I have 7 here. Now this is the sleeve opening area. Can you see that? So this is where we will attach the main one. But remember I told you this part is slanted. So what I will do now is to make it slanted. I will show you how to do that on the remaining sleeve. We will have to do it. So I haven't done that. The next thing is to come down from this sleeve opening by 10 inches, which is what I have here. So this is 10 inches. From these 10 inches now, I will connect the edge of the top. So now before connecting this part to this part, let me just connect this in a straight line, so it won't be confusing while we are cutting. Let me see that. So the next thing now is to connect from this edge straight down to this part. So this is what I have now. Let me see that clearly. I'll start cutting from the edge. So now just stop here and move to the neck region so it will be easy for me to move around. You can even embellish the neck area however you want to do it. That will just leave it like that. And now to the sleeve part. So this is what I have now. Now this is what it looks like. Opening it up, can you see that? So this is where the sleeve will be. Then we'll sew it all down. So right now let's go over to the remaining sleeve. Right now it's time to cut the remaining sleeve. Remember I said I took away 10 inch from 32 inches. So this will be 10 inches. But I need 1 inch to hem the lower parts and then ½ an inch to join this to the main fabric. So that is extra 1.5. So 1.5 plus 10, I will have 11.5. Can you see that? Then remember for this sleeve opening I made use of 7. It was actually 6 inches, then 1 inch for the hemming allowance. So that makes it 7. So here I have 7. Can you see it coincides? And then remember at this part, when I came in by 4 inch because I wanted this particular one to come inward at the upper part. So what I will do now is this, because this is how I will have my sleeve eventually. So what I will do now is to come down by 4 inches here. Please, on the open area, not the folded parts, please. So this is the 4 inch here. I'll take my ruler to connect to the edge of this part. Can you see that? Now after doing that, before we finally cut out, you need to get your wrist measurement. I want it to be tight, so I will make it 10 inches. But remember, you should be able to put your hand. You don't want to make that mistake. So half of that is 5, half of 10 is 5, plus 1 inch to join it together. That will make it 6. This is 6 inches. Then I'll connect right from here to here with my hand cord. So now just connect with this. You should use a straight ruler, but I want it to be so tight. That's why I'm actually using my pant curve to give it a slight curve. So now I can cut this out, so I'll have to remove this lower fabric. Make sure they are well aligned. With the fabric. Looking at it, this is one side, so this is how it will look. Can you see that? Then we'll just sew the 1 inch and then stop here before we finish the edge. So now this is the right side of the fabric, right side of the remaining sleeve. And then still on the sleeve, so just pin it at the middle this way. Then you have to sew it down to meet this part. So I'll just pin it down. Then this part has to match too. And I'll pin it down. So I'll take to my sewing machine to sew here. And you have something like this. Now this is the result of what I just did. When you see the sleeve has been added to it, I've finished the neckline. So what I'll do now, on the wrong side, I'll just take in the 1 inch in a curvy manner and then end it here. And then this part will be taped in 1 by 1. You take this in separately, the other one separately. But I'll just sew the sides, then to show you how it looks on the mannequin. This is the result of the outfit we just made. Can you see that? It's so easy to make. And the best material for this, silk, chiffon, rayon, are very nice to make this outfit. But for you, the most important thing is for you to understand the concept. So that's why I just make use of this leftover fabric to show you how to make this. Make sure you subscribe, like my video.